Hey there, it's Jess Markowitz, your Independent Cincy Director of Jesse's Angels Saving Lives. Today is September 19th, and I am in my office. I'm probably going to be here all day. It's a Saturday. I'm relaxed. I'm in my comfy clothes, and I am diving into closing a fundraiser. And recently, I had some consultants actually ask me to make some videos. I just want to make sure everybody knows that I do have fundraising videos in our YouTube channel, this YouTube channel that you're watching right now. You just have to look for it. Over the last 4.5 years, I've done probably hundreds of videos now. So I'm not going to duplicate what I've already done. So please just make sure you take the time to scroll through and look for those. I believe there's a search portion of this YouTube video that you can type in fundraiser and see if, what comes up. Anyways, this part I have not done an actual video on, so I'm actually going to talk to you guys while I'm doing it and tell you what I'm doing and why it's so important. This is a very important part of your business because fundraising, although very, very huge on the attribute of generosity, one of our core values, definitely we want to help our community. We want to help raise money for these kids and for organizations in our community. Absolutely 100%. But not without making sure that it benefits your business and you do it properly so it doesn't hurt you in the end. So, because fundraisers can be a huge opportunity to truly build your business, your clientele, your host base, as well as finding your next team members, which many of you are on our team because you've done a fundraiser with me, and I found an amazing new consultant from it because you had lots of clients from your fundraiser. Likely you did very well in your fundraiser, so I mentioned to you that, it'd be nice for you to be able to take care of your own friends and family and gain the benefits of being a consultant and those reorders so you can make money, right? So that's one of the business sides of a fundraiser, is that you can build your business and get help through building a team through fundraising, as well as booking parties so you can find new team members and hostesses, and building your clientele with people that you would never have ever been able to be in contact with. So what I'm doing right now is, it's definitely a process. It takes time. And this is, I don't recommend for you to do fundraisers if you're just going to be, placing an order and then not really utilizing the leads and the clients that are already established, the information that you have, if you're trying to build a business, because otherwise it's just the sale for the day. You're donating your money and it's just a lot of hard work. So I not that I ever discourage anybody to do fundraisers, but it's really not fair to the clients either if you're not going to be willing to keep up with them, because once they buy your product, they can only buy from a consultant. So just so you know, they're going to need to reorder, but are they going to reorder from you? Are you going to follow up with them? So this process that I take, that again is a process in the beginning, but so worth it, is to go through each order form and create a spreadsheet. What I do is, for a fundraiser, it's usually categorized by packet and by student, for instance, or participant. For instance, this is a high school, so it's per student. And I have a tab at the bottom of my spreadsheet by their name. And what I do is I categorize the spreadsheet by the student's name, and then I do a spreadsheet with the customer. Right now they're just a customer until they become a client and they've purchased more than once, and that's up to me for them to become a client, right? So I'm going to put their name, their first and last name, their address, city, state, zip, phone, evening phone if there is one, email, and any notes that I have. And then at the last three boxes, I will have my subtotal, tax, and total amount. This way, this Excel spreadsheet is going to actually calculate the subtotal for me, and then I'll know what is commissionable, because your donation is only off what is commissionable, right? Off your PRV, so it's not off of taxes and it's not off of shipping if it's an online order. So I am going to do a subtotal line that I can calculate what each packet is for commissionable rate, and then give the organizer a total of what their entire organization did as far as a whole. So I will just add up each packet, and this is what I did. I'll show you. So this happened to be a really good participant. They did this for me, and they did the subtotal, and they did the sales, the one with the tax. So I was able to just, they didn't calculate it, but I just calculated it really fast, highlighted it, and I know that's towards the commissionable total of the sales. So what I did is I just went through and did all of that and calculated the total subtotals, and that gave me my number of my fundraiser to be able to calculate the percentage that I'm going to be donating, which I personally, this is my personal preference. You do your own thing. It's up to you. I want to give as much as I can. So I encourage them to do over $2,000 so that I can get that 5% sales bonus. And the 5% sales bonus is going to be my money back to pay me back for all the materials that I have to buy, like these and the flyers and printing out, you know, instructions and tax sheets, which I think this is a very useful tool. You just give them like a little Excel spreadsheet of all the different tax. So if the amount is $3, their tax is whatever, depending on your location. And this is something good to keep with you at all times anyways, just for when you're calculating orders for your clients, just for a quick reference. But anyway, so I'm going to upload this as an example to our group page, so don't freak out saying, what did she say? I mean, the nice thing is you can rewind, but the reason why I do this is, one, I want to see how many clients each customer has, or each student has. Two, how much their total was, and the reason why I do their address and email and all of that, that is for follow-up purposes. So when I want to do a time to refill order postcard, I can just calculate a label from my Word document and pull it from this Excel spreadsheet and make up labels. And that's it, and I'm done. And slap them on my reorder postcard, which I don't have one in front of me, but I just have them made up. They're just little postcards, and it's 34 cents. Now, I also do, if I don't have their address, I put any information I have, their phone number, email. If for some reason they don't have an address, I will email them, and in the notes, I will say emailed on this date and refer to email. And so what I'll do is I will either print out the email so I have it attached to my follow-up process for that month, or I'll just say see email, and then I can pull it up from my email. And I'll any email that I send out, I will put into a file for follow-up for this specific fundraiser. So everything that has to do with this fundraiser is in one file in my email. So when I got online orders, I automatically put it in the file. Now, while we're on online orders, I suggest that you print out your online orders from the actual workstation, from the order. If you go into the order and it says print receipt, print this version, not, there's another version you can print. Don't print this version that's from your email, that they email you and tell you, because they don't give you any information. So this, when you're going through, and that was just trial and error that I just realized. I've done a lot of fundraisers, and I just realized that was a waste of my time just now. So you're always learning something new. But anyways, this one gives you their subtotal, which is what you're looking for the commissionable rate, the address, so I can add it to my spreadsheet, the name, and the grand total. So this is the version you want, and then I would keep this with their packet. So I'll put the inside their packet. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm entering all these into the spreadsheet under this specific student. Now, the one thing that this student didn't do is she didn't put her name at the top. And so what I am going through, which is very important, is to put in the name. And then at the top of every order, when I close an order, I will put their order number on there so I know which one, because I'm going to be putting some orders together, and I want to know where they were, what order it was actually ordered in. the reason why we need this is we need to know where did you get this client? I personally file all of my fundraising stuff in their own binders, so everybody's together until they become an actual consistent client that's not buying just from the fundraiser. Then they go over to my regular clientele list and they get their own file. But until they become a client, they stay in the fundraiser. And so I continue to follow up with them. I have all their information, but I know where this person came from, because as you can see, I have no contact information, but all I have is the person that was gathering the orders and what this specific person ordered. So there's nothing for me to follow up with. I can't. And so my goal is to follow up with the participant. And this is a $500 packet. So this person actually participated last year in this fundraiser, and I talked to her about joining and she considered it. So this is somebody that I'm going to be revisiting the sponsoring opportunity to let her know that you did 2 $500 packets for fundraising. You know, you could be these people need Scentsy throughout the year other than just once a year, so you could be doing the reorder process. So that's just a quick tip right now. There's a lot of processes in fundraisers. I don't want to scare you or anything, but it is something you need to take time to do. Because you also have to, per packet, which I've already done, is go through and make sure that you know if all the money is there. This lady is so organized, she just gave me everything in cash, which is nice for me. But if for some reason they have checks, you have to endorse them. You have to make sure that the order is for the right amount. So for instance, another packet, they gave me a check and they added shipping, which they don't need to pay shipping. So I'm going to have to call them when it gets a little bit later in the day, because it's really early right now, and ask them, would you like me to refund that shipping charge, or would you like me to donate it to the volleyball team? Most people say just donate it, but I don't want to be spending their money. It's their money, and I don't want them to find out later that they could have saved shipping and I still took their money. So be very, very honest. You know, sincerity is so important in your business, because that's how you're going to gain the loyalty. They will see that you could have pocketed that money and not said anything, but you didn't. So it's showing that you care about them, you care about your business, and you are professional. Okay? So hopefully those tips were helpful for now. The spreadsheet on every order that you have per participant, you know, do each sheet per participant at the bottom, and it helps with follow-ups as well as adding up the subtotal per student if you do any type of a goal for them. Everybody that, like this specific fundraiser, they wanted everybody to hit 200 to be entered into win a prize. And the top earner will also be able to win a prize. So I'm able to print out a spreadsheet for the coach so they can see who did what, you know, and who was the actual biggest seller of that specific organization fundraiser. So please comment on below. I don't always check the comments as fast as I'd like to, because sometimes I don't get messages from my email that I have them, but please email at markowitzjess@gmail.com with any questions, and there will be some more as I go through this process. Okay, have a great day. Have a sensational day. Bye.